I sure wanted that Hawks game tonight.
Yo, what's up, good people? It's Tuesday night. It's AA Sports. I'm here with my boy Diego Baryshnikov.
It's your boy All Hate, the second A in AA Sports, coming to you as we do on Tuesdays to bring you that real, that raw, that straight sports. No chaser.
There you go. There you go. We're gonna jump in the open bar. Your boy.
I think I need to start this one off.
Matter, I'm about to say, yeah, you do the honors. It's just okay.
People, somebody had a bad week this week. Somebody had one of the most fucked up weeks I can recall in a while. Your boy Carmelo Anthony, my boy, Melo, stay Melo. That right there. That man who's been on the plane that's been going down with his headphones on like everything is everything. Apparently, we understand now why he's had the headphones on, because Melo had real shit going on behind the scenes.
Oh, man.
People, Friday, Phil Jackson, who ain't spoke to the media since September, released a diss track against Melo. Basically, take your $25 million and roll. That was on Friday. And then on, what's today, Tuesday? On Monday, we find out Melo and his fine-ass wife, Lola, ain't living together. Now, on Monday, that was released. All they said was they ain't living together. They separated. That's all we heard. But come Tuesday, we find out Melo done pulled a Paul George on us. Melo done went and got a stripper pregnant.
So is it confirmed or is it alleged?
That's it's all alleged until it's really out there, but that's word on the street. Melo,
yeah. Oh, man.
Melo.
Strippers, man. Not the strippers.
Strap up, B. Condoms are readily available for everybody now, right? Like everywhere. You can get them.
Without no problem.
And I'm sure that Melo's not out in the street rolling like Revis. He's not Dolo. I'm sure. So even if you ain't got him, your man should have them for you. And the funny thing is, we were talking about Melo, and I don't want to stay on this shit long because the Knicks depressed me. But we were talking about all these years, Melo like his money. Melo loves his money. He traded in all his flexibility for his money. Now you probably got to send half that shit to Lala. Bad business.
Hey.
Bad business.
He's losing mentality, man.
Hey, man.
He's really going to be losing now.
It makes sense now, don't it? It makes sense why he wouldn't carry his ass to the Clippers. He's trying to stay close to home, probably. If the girl's 6.5 months pregnant, then this ain't no new development. Shit. I hope it's not that, because they seem like a pretty little solid couple, but, man, shit happens. Strap up, people. Get a condom. Get a condom. That's all we're saying. You're going to do what you're going to do. Just strap up.
Melo, you've been around the block, man. You've been around for a minute. You ain't no rookie that should be getting caught up, getting tricked by no skanks.
Right. I mean, you do realize this chick hit the lottery, D.
Maybe I shouldn't call her a skank.
She hit the lottery. I mean, she's good. She's good. $15,000 to $20,000 a month easily in child support. She ain't got to work another pole again. Shout out to Melo. Anywho, loser mentality. Well, good people, we're at that good time of the year. We started off last week with our playoff preview, and it lived up to the billing, I believe. Only series that was shit is the San Antonio series. We can talk about that real quick now. San Antonio's going to win 4-0.
Memphis is overmatched.
That's it. The best thing about that series so far to me is the Memphis coach.
I was going to say, yeah, the coach.
He's the best thing about that series. But I think I've used this term before on the show, knife to a gunfight. Man, they got that's like a switchblade, and the Spurs got AR-15s with double clips. You ain't got no choice. You're not going to win.
Nah.
And if you're depending on Vince Carter, Old Ass, and Zebo, to give you quality minutes to keep you in a series, bless your heart. But anyway, we're done with that series.
Yeah, having Tony Allen out hurt, but even with him, even with Chandler Parsons, still outmatched.
Man, Tony Allen is a good defender, but shit, Tony Allen, if I gave him 10 jump shots to save his life, and all you got to hit is 5 of them, he'd be a dead somebody. And that's just the God's honest truth. Again, people don't work on jumpers, man. I don't understand that shit. they just don't.
No, right.
Let's start at the top of the East, people. It's one series that's 2-0. The real number 1 seed in the East, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they are playing the Indiana Pacers. And they're up 2-0 right now. And the best thing I can say about this is the big three of Cleveland is putting in work. But I think the main storyline about that, to me at least, I'm going to let you jump in on this in a second. Why is your boy Paul George throwing everybody under the bus after every damn game?
Because he wants out. He got to.
He wants out, B. He wants out so bad.
First of all, the first game he was, bitching about C.J. Mills not passing him the ball back. Dude, you gave up the ball with like 4 seconds left.
At the top of the key.
You ain't getting that back.
Hell no.
And if he got it back, he's drifting away from the goal. You know what I'm saying? At best, he's going to get an off-balance shot, fading away with Braun in your face.
Right.
I mean, come on, dog.
Right.
He had a 15, 16-footer somewhere in there. He missed a shot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you can't go – even if you felt you should have got it back, you can't go in the press conference. Well, CJ took it upon himself. I mean, just the connotation of that don't even vibe right. If I'm CJ Miles, I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. But,
I tell you what, though, and it's like if you look at the 2-game averages, Thaddeus Young is 12-6. Miles Turner is 9-7.
You need to step up.
Shawty Teague is averaging 19, 3, and 4. That's the quietest 19. Monte Ellis. Let me guess. Monte been over your house the last couple of days, cuz? He been laying low?
Seems like the whole year he been off.
He's only averaging 7 points a game in these 2 games. And he tripping on Jungle. Jungle's putting up 15, 5, and 4.
They ain't really got a – they don't really have – they don't have a lot to work around.
They don't have a lot to work with. And that's why if Larry Bird – I mean, I know he was hoping that Cuz made the 3rd team NBA at least so he can give him that extra money. That ain't going to happen. So you don't have the money to compete. You don't have it. You need to be making phone calls this summer because Paul George is gone.
He need to be on the phone with his homeboy, or I'm pretty sure Magic gonna call him at some point. Like, so, Larry, let's stop bullshitting. What is it gonna take?
See, but the bad part about that is Larry should have made that deal in February when the trade value was up. If everybody know he wanting to leave now, and it's a 1-year rental, what you really getting? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get lowball.
Yeah.
What we've been saying for years. What we've been saying, if I got $100 million to give you, and you can't take my $100 million in February, call you all. Just that simple. Just that simple. It's not even personal, it's business. I ain't about to fuck my shit up worrying about you. I got $100 million on the table. What you trying to do?
Yeah.
Just as in his case, 150, 180.
Now they gonna feel they have to trade him so he don't just walk for nothing. So now they really gonna have to take a low ball off.
They gonna get the low ball. They gonna get one of them DeMarcus Cousins deals. But you know,
Larry Bird would know better. You've been around.
You would think that.
You've been around way too long. You know you should know better. Hit on the Cavs.
Yeah.
I think in game 2, they played in some spots. They played better defense. In the first half when they was able to get up, I think, to about maybe a 12 or 13-point lead, they let Indiana back in the game toward the end of the half. And then same thing in the second half, they built up to an 18-point lead and let Indiana
18 points.
But they at least had those are at least 2 spots I felt that the defense in those few minutes clamped in, locked in, and was able to get stops and go on a run. And then that they was hitting some shots too. But they still not all the way where they need to be.
Shout it. They could really be 0-2 right now.
Yeah.
They really could be 0-2. And, you know, I hate to look ahead. I hate to, because we're going to talk about a team that I think can beat them. But if you get to Golden State, you getting your points from the big three, but you ain't stopping nobody.
Right.
If they're going to put up 120, 125, that means you got to put that up. And you ain't stopping them. It's just remarkable that they don't play no damn defense. But this should have get them through the East.
How much do you think, at least for this series, how much do you think is it them not even respecting Indiana?
I don't think they have no respect for them.
Paul George.
They don't have no respect for them. What you said, I was watching the game last night too. They was up 17, 18 points in the second half. Yeah. It's just they take their foot off the gas. Kyrie get out there, start dancing. You know, Kevin Love got 25 points. I don't think he took 9 shots last night. He was living off the free throw line.
He had a lot of free throws. They went in on Jungle.
But okay, that's a good point. What the hell was they doing having Jungle guard him? They ain't had nobody else to guard him in the post.
I pulled up what is it at? Let me pull that stat. Yeah, that was not a good look for them. I don't know what they.
Because Al Jefferson got a DNP last night, so you couldn't even throw him down there at Love, but they just like to go small.
There you go. The Cavs were 9 for 13 for 27 points when Lance Stevenson was guarding them.
Well, damn. and Jungle was frustrated last night, but shit, you know, you say what you want about Love shooting them threes. He's still a legit 6'10", 250.
He was taking them down low. Yeah, he was taking them down low.
Yeah, so he did what he was supposed to do. You supposed to eat that man's lunch if they disrespecting you in the box. Yeah. You supposed to. Exactly. But man, I tell you what, Teague didn't have no chance at all against Kyrie last night. No chance at all.
I mean, not many people do.
You know, I had a question. I didn't put it on our show notes. I might save it to the last call, but who's the best offensive player in the playoffs right now? And there's a lot of good ones. But Kyrie is right there.
Kyrie, KD.
It's like I want to put Kyrie over Russ because he can shoot.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just talking about pure scoring, yeah, he gets good. Yeah, I probably would give Kyrie a slight edge because I don't know.
Kyrie is like a small Kobe without the hops to me. He got that killer in him. I mean, we'll touch on that, but that I was thinking about that last night. Like, damn, this boy is unstoppable. Just about. He's one of the top offensive players going right now.
Yeah, I think what Russell lacked, a little bit he may lack in pure shooting, so to speak.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna get to the line 10, 12 times a game, just
right.
Just by the way he attacked the goal.
Right. But finishing up on the Cavs, LeBron doing what LeBron do, 29, 8, and 10. Kyrie's giving you 33 and 4. Tristan ain't even really balling right now. He's only giving you 6 points, but he's giving you 12 boards. And JR ain't had a good game this series and got hurt last night. They could really be 0-2. I really think they need to go ahead and close this shit out, like, in 4 games. Why waste your time? They need to close this out. Be done with it. Let's move on to Chicago. The real number 1 seed. Well, they're not the real number 1 seed because I think Cleveland's number 1. But the so-so number 1 seed, the Boston Celtics. They're on television right now, and they are currently getting beat by 11, about to be 12 points to the Chicago Bulls, the number 8 seed in the East. We called this last week. We said they were one of the weakest number 1 seeds we've seen in a while. Now, you know, before we get deep into the analysis, our condolences go to Isaiah Thomas and his family for his sister's loss. That's tough shit right there. I don't know if I could have did that. Shout out to him for, you know, trying to pull through and play for his teammates and his family. But on to the court.
Yeah, I wanted him to hit like every shot in the first game.
I tell you, because he's efficient. You know, as much as I talk about Lil Man and how I wouldn't want to pay him, he's efficient. I mean, it's not like he's out there doing Iverson numbers, you know, jacking up 30 shots, hitting 10 of them. Yeah. I think he went 10 for 18 on game 1. Had 5.6 boards. So, I mean, he's their best player. That ain't saying a lot, but he's their best player. But we said that we would not be surprised if this went that way. If Chicago stole game 1, look like they about to steal game 2. Jimmy Butler was the best player on the court. Best player on the court.
Yeah,
Period.
He's going to be for the however long this series lasts. He's going to be the best player. I like how at times they would put him on Isaiah.
But ain't it funny how the media can turn a narrative on a player? Jimmy been a good two-way defender and a good scorer. But all that little drama they had going on in Chicago had people not focusing on that. You know, he sure did put the clamps on Isaiah when it mattered. You know, they survived Dwayne Wade giving them 11 points, 5 boards, and 6 assists. Old man Wade got hung in the game. He took off too far, B. He thought it was like 98.
He thought it was the 06 finals or something.
Yeah, he just took off too far. He didn't measure it. Hell, Brook Lopez had 14 and 11.
He was beasting on them, too.
Hell, he got like 20 tonight. Bobby Portis. And I know you always said you like Portis as a player.
Yeah, from Arkansas.
Portis had 9 points, 9 boards. He went 3 or 4 from 3 in that game.
That's why they was kind of how they could afford to give up McDermott. Remember, they drafted McBuckets.
Yeah.
First, they got Portis fill that role, so that's what they was kind of at ease and let him go to OKC in that deal. But yeah, Bobby Portis can ball.
And it's like if you look at Boston's box score, they only had 3 players in double digits. Isaiah with 33, Horford with 19, and Avery Bradley with 14. Crowder had 9 points, 8 boards, went 1 of 5 from 3, 4 of 12 from the field. Olenek didn't hit but 1 of 4. Marcus Smart had a solid game, but you only got 3 dudes with double figures. Jaylen Brown only had 5.
And I'm looking, and you can't really. I mean, the way it's going for Al Horford this year, you can't really count on him to get you that 19 every game.
That was a solid game for him, 19, 7, and 8. But you're right, you can't count on that.
You know, Avery Bradley can be up and down just depending on what kind of shots he's getting at the time. Yeah, you don't. They're gonna need more from Olenek. 7 points ain't gonna cut it. Jay Crowder too, yeah, 4 for 12, only 9 points, solid with 8 boards. But yeah, you gotta do more scoring wise if they're gonna have any chance.
I'm surprised they didn't throw him on. Well, he had to be guarding Jimmy.
He's guarding Jimmy a lot.
Can't do shit with him though. Jimmy's a good ball player.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: they pull this game out tonight. It go 5 or 4.
I mean, Bulls pull this one out tonight. I picked Bulls at 7.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I took them at 7.
God damn it! I gotta go back and watch the show.
But no, we'll see. We'll see. You know, because it's early. There's a lot of.
They get 2 games going back to Chicago.
I mean, that's gonna be big.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a tough hole to climb out of, especially.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bless their heart.
It's gonna be down goes the number 1 seed first round.
It's a shame we called that shit though.
And I guess it's a little too far to start looking all the way ahead. I was gonna say theoretically, if Bulls can that's around to get to the East final.
It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the thing I like about the East bracket. We said that last week. The matchups are compelling. Yeah. You know, the ball bounced a couple of different ways this series. The Cleveland series, they'd be down 0-2. So it's the East is different. Let's touch on this Toronto series. Toronto and Milwaukee right now is 1-1 because they played earlier tonight, and Toronto won the game. But game 1 on Saturday in Toronto, Milwaukee went up there and beat them. And looking at what I put for the box score, they only had 5 dudes, 6 in double figures. And nobody really balled outside of the Greek Freak.
That's team ball right there, though.
This ain't supposed to be happening to Toronto.
I mean, it's Toronto, man. Every year it's the same thing, man. They have good regular seasons and come playoff time, they suspect.
And, before I even pulled up the box score, I was telling myself, I said, Serge, should have showed up. Look at the box score. Serge showed up.
Yeah.
19, 14, and 3. He showed up. Now, if you're only getting 14 points from your center and your power forward, your center and your small forward, that hurts. But what really hurts, and I know, of course, like you said, he bounced back tonight. Kyle Lowry only had 4.6 assists in game 1 at home. 4-6 from 3.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it. So, yeah, they did a lot better tonight. I think Lowry had between 20 and 25. DeRozan did his thing. And I'm trying to think who the third person to step up was. But, Serge. I didn't watch this game.
Nah.
I didn't get a chance to catch this one. So, I'm just going by the box score. Okay, I don't want to read too much into the stats, but sometimes you can tell a couple things. But, yeah, looking at Milwaukee, 6 different players in double figures, that lets me know they're sharing the ball. And
this would be a whole different series if Jabari was healthy.
They're playing with it. They could have very well won tonight, been up 2-0, going back home. So that's going to be a back and forth series, I think, the whole time. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I picked Toronto in that one. I think I picked them in 6, but
I think we both said that Milwaukee would get at least a game or two, but they got their game. So
it's going to be the first game in Toronto, but
yeah, who knew?
No, we are the North.
All right, let's finish up the East with game 1 of the Hawks and Wizards. Boy, I tell you, people, this was a tough game for me to watch. It was Easter Sunday. I was getting prepared for a family function. I said, I got to sit down and watch the Hawks. Lo and behold, I had no idea I was going to be able to watch the Morris kid, the Morris twin. I can't say which one he is. Completely punked Paul Millsap.
Destroyed him.
I mean, people. Okay, put it this way.
Dunking on him, catching oops on him, talking shit to him.
Morris had 21.7 boards, 2 assists, and 4 blocks. I guarantee all 4 of them blocks was Paul Millsap shots. all 4 of them. People, he took that boy out of his game. You know, you rarely see people get punked like that, just taken out of it. They punked the shit out of him. And it wasn't just him, it was Gortat. They was all punking him.
They was ganging up on him.
They was ganging up on him. And I look at the Hawks box score. Dwight had 7, 14, and 1. It was a quiet, 7 points. But I can't talk about his scoring because they don't throw Dwight the ball. So I won't put that on him. Prince had a solid game, 14 and 6. Dennis had 25, 3, and 9. Hardaway had his 7 and 7, but he was off from the field. It seemed like 0 for 6 was a common number for people missing shots in their playoff game this weekend. A lot of 0 for 6s.
Yeah. I think the Hawks battled.
They did.
They turned the ball over way too much. Then they had 20 turnovers, I want to say. They cut down on the turnovers. They didn't really hit a lot of threes. We didn't shoot good from the outside. And if Hardaway can step up and, get a little bit more, they'll be right there. That should be fine.
It's going to be a competitive series.
Got to slow John Wall down. They got to do something to slow John Wall. I don't know what it's going to be.
I got a legit question for you. Tell me a complete point guard better than John Wall right now. Complete. Passing and scoring.
Are we counting Russell? Are we counting Russell as a point guard?
Yeah, Russell's there, but I guess I like John Wall's playmaking a little bit more. He's getting everybody. It's not now Russell gets his assists too, but it just seems like his assists are more impactful. These guys are. Am I reaching?
No, it's not a reach. I guess it's just,
I guess I wasn't thinking about Russell when I was thinking about that. I was thinking about Curry. I was thinking about Dame, but they don't pass.
Right. Because Russell really is nothing. He's either a combo guard or just a flat out 2. But he just has the ball in his hands all the time.
Right.
Well, yeah, and also, you talking about pure point guards. Yeah, not Russell, but John Wall right there. He right there. He
is playing some of the best ball he's playing.
Maybe of a younger, bigger Chris Paul.
That's yeah.
So that's what he kind of put me in the mind of. He got
right.
So he got the 6'1", 6'2". He got the body. You know what I'm saying? He can get real physical. He talk a little shit to you.
But you know what changed the game for them though? The Hawks were straight first half, and I liked their game plan. They were going to let him beat him with their jump shot. They were going to let him do it. But when his jumper's falling, it's really not much you can do.
In that third quarter, I think he had 15 in the third quarter, I want to say. It was you knew.
It's really not much you can do when he's hitting that jumper.
Nah, it's not.
It's really not.
It's not. So I'm saying here saying we got to do a better job on John Wall. But like you said, if he in the jump shot, it ain't really a whole lot else you can do. Physically, Dennis is just not gonna be able to match up with him.
Nah.
So he's gonna be able to get to wherever he want on the court, regardless. Keeping your eye on that score too. Yeah, they about to go down,
cause they about to be up 20, and they at home, but home court matter, huh?
Also, other thing, the last point I wanted to make on the Hawks. Right now, that bench is out playing. The bench is out playing the starters. When the starters was in the game yesterday, think about it, to start off, they got down. The bench came in and settled things down, went on that run, got Atlanta back in the game. Same thing, second half. Starters come out, Wizards get off. You know what I'm saying? They build up a lead, bench come in, they make a little run to get close at the end. This goes back to a couple games. I know the two Cleveland games, the bench outplayed the starters. One again, the starters didn't even play. But I don't know what's going on with that starting lineup right now. But it's they got a lot to figure out. I say that.
I mean, Sapp only shot the ball 8 times. 8 times. I mean, he did go 9 for 11 from the free throw line, but
11 boards. I like what Prince is doing right now too.
Yeah, Prince is solid, but your best ball player is only shooting the ball 8 times and they ain't get but 2 damn boards. That's it, 2 boards. And I thought about you. I meant to call you, but it was Easter. He was pulling that weak shit because Morris wasn't going for it at all. Wasn't featuring it, cuz. And they gonna hand him $180 million.
Yeah, they had us looking bad out there the first game.
But it's not over.
They had a couple days to get their mind right. Even though Paul Millsap come in the media and basically told everybody that they were scared. Talking about they playing MMA, we playing basketball.
Yeah, that was some sucker shit right there. Yeah. But the crazy thing about them is you can't let them get rolling. If Washington start going downhill on you, that's your ass.
Yeah.
You can't let them get the running.
They are a streaky team because even Kelly Oubre was hitting jump shots yesterday.
Yeah, he had a decent little game.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, it was one of them games.
All right, we move on to the West. And I was so close to being right, people. I was ready to come in gloating like a big dog. But it didn't work. They gave it up at the end. And the crazy thing is, when you look at this box score, you realize that this game could have been a whole lot worse than what it was. We were talking about Portland and the Warriors. I said that Dame and the Warriors would win game 1. They would steal it on Golden State's home court. And I looked pretty good going into the half. CJ was balling. Dame had his numbers going. The wheels fell out somewhere around the late third or into the fourth. But they was at home. You know the crazy thing about this game? Kevin Durant balled out of control. People ain't even talking about that shit.
32, 10, and 2. Jeff had 29. Draymond Green stuffing the stat sheet.
Though everybody else's numbers were so good, you don't really catch the fact Kevin Durant had 32 and 10. That shit ain't even fair, man.
I mean, Portland, basically what Portland got is they got CJ and Dame standing back to back with their fists up, and this dude's all around them getting ready to fight. And they just got to take on everybody by themselves. That's it.
You know what? That's one of them good L's. It don't get you nowhere because it's still an L, but y'all had heart because y'all fought 12 dudes. But it's still an L. And the crazy thing is, can we expect 41 and 8 from CJ again in this series? You think they're not going to scheme for him going forward?
And I don't see where the other points going to come from.
Man, you look at that. These are the only dudes that had double figures I got on this list. That's it.
Evan Turner had 12 and 10.
That's what I'm saying. 12 and 10 from him, Harkless and Vonleh. Just these dudes here. It was a few more 6 and 7s, but most of their scoring came from the backcourt.
Oh yeah.
That's you can't beat them like that. You're carrying a 6-shooter revolver. They got a Glock with an extended clip.
I mean, they got Ian Clark out here balling, chipping in with 12. Clay didn't even really get off. He shot
Exactly.
He had
When is Clay gonna go 1 for 6 again in the game from 3?
I mean, nah, he has a tendency to do that. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, but even if he do, they got plenty to back up. At least playing against Portland. So
Damn,
I
cuz.
don't think anything to really change in that series.
Did they get a game?
Remember, I told you. I thought sweet.
Shit. Okay, well, I said either 1 or 3. I lost the chicken bet, so we back up. I lost the chicken bet. I was close. I was feeling myself Sunday. Just feeling it.
It is 105-88, Chicago over Boston.
4 minutes to go. They're going to be in Danny Ainge's ass, boy, for holding all them draft picks. Going to be tough. All right, well, we already talked about the Spurs and Memphis. Spurs are going to win this series. Let's go to Oklahoma City and the Rockets. This was another one of those situations. You know what this series was? This game, I'm sorry. You saw some shit you'll probably never see again in this game.
What's that?
You look at them numbers. Robertson had 18.7 boards and hit 4 of 6 from 3. Say word.
He shot well.
Right. And then when you go to the Houston side, 21 and 10 from Patrick Beverley, 4 of 6 from 3. Say word.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on here that, I mean, Beverly scoring 21 and 10 probably offsets Gordon only having 8.
Got it. Do you see those numbers? Anderson 0 for 4.
Nene had 15.
Right. Okay, but take that right there. Nene had 15 and 5.
Right.
Steven Adams had 6 and 5. And where is he at? Cantor had 8 and 3. So they had 14 and 8 combined to Nene's 15 and 5. And that's $200 million tied up in both of them.
And Capella had 14 and 7.
And y'all say what y'all want about Russell. Say what you want. Russell had 9 turnovers. He did force a lot of shots. But tell me what he's working with.
I mean, we knew scoring-wise it was going to be a problem, but I know when we previewed this series last week, I think I took OKC, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I want to say I did too, because we thought they were going to play better defense. But you can't get behind Houston.
One advantage that they are supposed to have is the bigs. And when, Cantor and Adams combined for, like you said, 8 boards and 14 points, and you got Capella and Nene, old lads, combining for 29 and 12, that's a matchup that OKC has to win.
Right.
In order to have any chance at winning this series. And if you don't win that, you shit out of luck.
Because when's the next time you're going to see Lou Will and Gordon and Ryan Anderson off in the same game?
Exactly.
In the same game.
Reason only had 4 points.
You ain't going to see that.
No. They let Ryan Anderson – OKC let Ryan Anderson get 12 boards. But he ain't making them better. He's stealing their rebounds. But, Russell was off that game, so in order for them to win, first and foremost, we talk about all the other things that they got to do to have a chance to win. First and foremost, Russell Westbrook got to shoot better. Yeah, he had 22. Like you said, the 9 turnovers, that ain't going to cut it. He's 6 for 23 from the field, 3 for 11 from three-point field. He got to be who was we talking about earlier that was efficient?
Isaiah Thomas.
You got to be a little bit more efficient. He has a chance to win. Oladipo, what the hell are you out there doing?
Man, you know what? And the more I look at these numbers and I hear all this shit they talk about Russell, it's rich dudes on that starting lineup with him. Rich dudes who ain't showing up. Didn't they get Oladipo $80 million or something? 80 to 100? He got paid this summer. He got paid right when Steven Adams got paid. Cantor got paid the summer before last. That 6 points, 4 boards, and you hit 1 damn field goal? 1? That shit is ridiculous. And he's supposed to work with that. And they signed these dudes long term. They're going nowhere. Nowhere. And meanwhile, Harden gave you 37, 7, and 9. But you know what? I don't like to shit on people. I know I go by the moniker of all hate on here, but it's not hating when it's an opinion. I just really feel like as good as Harden is, it's that damn system too. Steve Nash did not get to an MVP level until he got in this damn system. He didn't.
I mean, it's easy to put up numbers when when you running up and down like that, and you freedom to launch for wherever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Between 5 and 7 seconds in the shot clock, a shot going up. When you're gonna play unconventional like that, then yeah, you can easily get numbers. And when a team like OKC, that's basically got Westbrook and not a lot else, you can get away with that. Now, when come next round, they can get to the conference finals. It's gonna be a different ball game.
All day. All right. What else? Okay. Well, who you got game 2?
Game 2.
That's tonight, ain't it?
I picked OKC, so I got to roll with them game 2. I think they get it together. Russell has a better shooting game. They don't allow some of these things like Patrick Beverly getting 21 points. They ain't gonna allow some of that kind of stuff to happen. I don't think. I think they'll.
That shit ain't gonna happen again.
Maybe pull one out. So I'm gonna go with the OKC to even that up.
All right, that sounds good.
So, last series we get into in the West. Is it last? Yeah, because we went over the other ones already. We got the Clippers in Utah. Now, we just said this was going to be one of the closer series, and 17 seconds into this first game, we thought, oh, shit, maybe this series won't be as good as we thought it was going to be because Rudy Gobert, the center for the Jazz, went out.
17 seconds.
17 seconds into the game. So I'm thinking, no way the Clippers can blow this, right?
I'm thinking Blake like this all night. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, I went to bed on the game, actually. But I woke up to ISO Joe hitting the game-winning shot.
You called it last week. You said don't forget about ISO Joe. It's that time of year.
It's that time of year. So, what do you think the Clippers going to have to do looking at these numbers? Blake gave you 26. I'm pretty sure it was a quiet 26.
Right.
CP3 going CP3, 25. He had 11 boards, 7 assists. JJ Redick and Jamal Crawford.
Because you know what their problem is? I got to find a way to copy and paste these damn box scores. But you know what their problem is? Their bench is horrible. They really don't have a bench.
They don't.
I mean, that's really their biggest problem.
About 6 deep.
Yeah, and if you're getting this, and those are solid numbers from their stars, and they should be able to get to the basket at will. They should have been. I think Boris Diaw played center for Utah most of that game. Yeah. Boris Diaw.
They got to get more from Redick and Crawford though. They combine for 15 points. That's their outside shooting right there.
I'm gonna say this. They better win game 2.
Oh yeah. Now they're another one of them teams though, because I think they did it a couple years back. They lost the first 2 games at home and then went on the road and won 2. I want to say I could be wrong. The Clippers just one of them weird teams like that.
But you know the crazy thing? It's like, yeah, that's cool. Everything is everything. They run into San Antonio next round, don't they?
The winner of this series get Golden State.
Oh well, that's enjoy your losses. I tell you what, man. You know what? If I'm a Boston Celtics fan, what I'm thinking, yeah, we getting our ass kicked on TV, but it's a small forward out there in Utah that really could help us. He really could help us. They need Gordon Hayward.
Yeah. So, the Clippers got to come out and definitely get game 2 because Gobert is out again. So, they better come ready to play. Or else they're going to be looking down the pipe of probably a 5-game.
I know we talked about this before. They ain't got no choice but to re-sign Blake, right? Because, I mean, what could you honestly get for him at this point?
Only trade I see happening is Well, now, because KP really play that position. I was about to say him for Melo, maybe.
I mean, but how can Phil call anybody demanding a trade when you've already basically said that he ain't shit to you and you want him gone? So why would I give you a valuable asset?
Yeah.
So they're not gonna get shit. Anyway, that's a dumpster fire. I don't want to talk about that. Okay. Anything else NBA wise you got?
Nah. We're good on
All right. We got a little bit of basketball. We're gonna try to close up real quick, people. We came on late tonight. We're gonna Tampa's doing Hard Knocks. What you think about that?
I like that.
I like it.
Of course, you got Jameis. He a character.
They're gonna be dogs. They ain't gonna be no puppies.
Right. I'm hoping we get some Miko Grimes airtime.
Oh, I forgot about her.
I'm hoping we get some Miko airtime.
Oh shit, I forgot about her.
Yeah.
They're not gonna let Miko nowhere close to that damn camera.
HBO, please, please, please. We need Miko.
That ain't happening. She ain't gonna be nowhere close.
We need Miko, man. We need Miko.
Hey, speaking of, is it possible we put her on the wild animal list?
Nah, we gotta keep it to the player for a while. We'll find something else for them. Well, nah, she did.
Yeah, she's like her.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were.
Huh?
Speaking of wild animals, Talib was notified that he would not be fined or suspended for shooting himself in the leg.
Yeah.
And did you see the video of Pac-Man going off on that reporter?
Yes, he's fresh out of anger management.
You know what? I don't even know what to say about Pac-Man. I really don't.
Wow, now that's the wild animal, man.
And you know, and which I still need to find out. I still want to know: has Talib ran into Harry Douglas in Atlanta yet?
Think you still looking for him?
Well, you know, he said, "I'm gonna see you in Atlanta, and I'm gonna beat your ass." Anywho, okay, people. We're gonna finish up with a little bit of NFL.
That is funny.
Last little bit of NFL. We are to the draft is next Thursday. Seems like the Super Bowl just happened, but the draft is next Thursday. So what we said we were gonna do is we were gonna pick a mock draft, and we were gonna go over 16 picks this week, 16 next week. We're gonna see either we agree with the Cats, we're gonna see what they say and what we think. Now I have no idea who Chad Reuter is from NFL.com, but he put a mock draft up there, so I went with his. All right, big dog. The Browns are gonna take Mitchell Trubisky apparently from this fella. I don't agree with this.
It would be also Cleveland Browns if they did, though.
Okay, so we'll leave that as stupidity.
It would be also Cleveland Brown if they did.
13 starts.
Funny how you got 13 starts. Now, and this shit happens every year, so we really shouldn't be surprised. But every year, if there's not, like a year where it's like a Westbrook, not Westbrook, what's your boy name? Or RG3 and
RG3.
One of them kind of years where it's clear cut. That
Yeah.
these are supposed to be solid stars or whatever. These other quarterbacks, they tell you that when this whole process starts, well, there's not really any top-notch prospects in here in this draft. Then 2 weeks later, well, maybe they can be taken around the end of the first round, second round or so, maybe. Then they do a couple of workouts. You talk to them and have a couple of interviews. Now, all of a sudden, well, I think we could take them number one. Like, what the hell has happened in the last 2 weeks where Mr. Trubisky has went from probably the second quarterback taken somewhere in the mid to late first round, and now all of a sudden he's going to be the number one pick. What the hell has Cleveland seen in 2 weeks that made them that's got this the way it is? Or just for draft talk leading up there?
The crazy thing to me is the experts, the ones who I actually think know some shit, they have been saying back and forth there are no first-round quarterbacks in this draft. None.
Yeah.
And you're going to take a quarterback with 13 starts overall. I don't. But, let's move on because that's Cleveland. Cleveland on Cleveland. Hey. Your boys apparently are going to pick up Myles Garrett. He falls into your lap.
Cleveland gonna gift wrap that to us, hey, I'll take it. Now, I would rather have your boys' picks.
Here we go.
I would rather trade down to 8, so y'all can jump up and get Leonard Fournette, so you don't have to settle for Christian McCaffrey, as you stated. You don't want Christian McCaffrey. I think he'd be a good playmaker.
People, I'm telling you right now, I'm saying this on the record. If we trade all our second-round picks to the 49ers and move up to number 2, this cat will be doing this show dolo the first week of May. I will not report to work that day because I don't want to hear this shit. I don't. And I got a feeling this shit's going to happen. That's what concerns me.
Let me get them picks, cuz. Let me get them picks.
Please, Carolina, don't sacrifice our future for a running back at that.
Oh, man.
If we give all that up for Leonard Fournette, okay. Anyway, the Bears, Solomon Thomas from Stanford. The defense is, I guess they're cool with Glennon, I suppose. I guess.
Yeah, they signed him. Some quarterback.
Yeah, so they're not gonna pick a quarterback of the future.
No, $15 million a year.
That's only a 2-year deal, really though.
Oh yeah, but I don't think they pressed the 5-1 in the first round this year.
Nah. So you good with defense?
I think because they line played pretty good last year in some spots. I think if Solomon Thomas is what he's supposed to be, he'd be a nice addition to the defensive line that's already there.
Their defense really wasn't that bad last year from what people think. Because their offensive line was the worst part to me. But I guess that lets you know how bad offensive line prospects are. When they were in clear need of offensive line, they couldn't reach for one at 3.
Right, because normally you're seeing some tackles go within top 5.
I think last year was the offensive line draft. Seemed like there was a whole lot of them moved in the first round last year. And this year's defensive ends and safeties.
Yeah.
On to the Jaguars. I guess I agree with this one. Leonard Fournette is the choice at running back. They need a running back. Yeldon's he's inconsistent. Chris Ivory is Chris Ivory. He's gonna give you a solid 4 games and he's gonna get hurt. So Leonard Fournette.
I've been saying Fournette. I thought Fournette was the obvious choice for them. Because if you look at what else they need, maybe offensive line. I think they got a nice young defense.
Yeah, that defense is coming together. It needs to happen. They got all the pieces. It just needs to happen.
Yeah, and I think on the offensive side of the ball is where you got to start. So if you're not making a change from Blake this year, you're gonna ride with him one more year. You got to go with the next obvious glaring hole. And that's running back. So I think you got good receivers with Robinson, Allen Hurns. You gotta do something with that run game. That'll help Blake out tremendously.
And they traded for Orange Julius, so hope they shouldn't need a tight end, but he's not really good either. Speaking of tight ends, the Titans are going with O.J. Howard at number 5. I don't really see that as a necessary need right now. You got Delaney Walker. It seemed to me like they need a cornerback. Yeah. Their secondary is trash.
Unless they want to go to 2 tight end set. Delaney, he can play that kind of that H-back position, really.
Everybody's going with that set, but it only really worked people when it was Gronk and that killer. And that killer beat that case, but he still got straight life.
I just think if you're the Titans, if you're looking for a corner, do you maybe trade down? Because, looking at this list, it doesn't look like corner is a high-value option in the first half of this draft. I'm only seeing one. That's Lattimore out of Ohio State. You got a couple safeties, which Malik Cook and Jamal Adams is going to be, I think, 2 real good safeties. But you don't really have no corners here in that range of the draft. So if you're looking for a corner, would you look at –
They need to trade back.
See what else the Saints need. But if you look at them, just based on this mock, they got the Saints at 11 taking a corner.
Even if the Saints moved up, I would assume they'd move up and take Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, I was saying they're not gonna move up and take the corner.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they move up, they're gonna take Allen because he's the next best player for what they need.
Yeah, they definitely need defense.
That'd be solid for them.
That's interesting. Now, what's also interesting is the Jets at 6. We keep talking about what the Jets gonna do at quarterback, but I don't hear anybody talking about how inept they are. Because haven't they taken quarterbacks in the last 2 drafts?
Last 2. I'm sorry, really? Yeah, the last 2, and this going on the 3rd.
Right, and they drafted them within like what?
Second and third.
4th round.
Second and third.
Obviously, they don't know what they're doing at quarterback because one of them 2 guys should be ready to at least be looked at as somebody that could possibly be trying to start for you.
Old boy from Baylor, he been there 2 years. He should be going into the camp. I am the starter. He been there 2 years.
So they got
Bryce Petty.
Deshaun Watson at 6. I hope he don't land there. I would just rather see him land in a better position than going to the Jets.
All right, we got I don't agree with that either. The Jets are a dumpster fire, and Todd Bowles gonna get fired. Chargers with Jamal Adams, that's a solid pickup. I can see that they have problems in the secondary. I talked about this last week. I keep seeing it, and I don't know if I mentioned on the show a couple weeks ago. The Panthers signed Stanford's running back coach, and he coached Christian McCaffrey. And it seems like ever since they made that hire early this summer, I've been hearing Christian McCaffrey's name come up more and more and more and more. Why, when I look at him, I just see a bigger version of Wes Welker with the gadgets? I'm scared of taking a running back that early. But I guess looking at it, outside of a defensive end, I'd rather have Jonathan Allen if it was me.
I was say, what else y'all need?
Charles Johnson ain't gonna be there forever. He old as dirt. We brought back Pep. Pep old.
I would rather see y'all take Lattimore right there. The corner from Ohio State.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. I like what the young boys did toward the end of the year, but I wouldn't be opposed to that. No, in this league, it don't hurt to have a lot of good corners at all. One of them boys can go to the slot, so now I'm not opposed to that at all.
I think either him or Allen would be a good. Wait a minute, y'all got a left tackle?
Yeah, we signed Khalil.
Okay, I say because Cam.
That could necessarily be a bust, but I'm assuming he's gonna play better since he's playing with his brother. I'm gonna assume, and we gave him a lot of money this summer.
Okay, all right.
So
I think Cam Robinson out of the equation then.
Yeah, they got him. We'll be discussing him later on, as he is lower in the draft. I'm sorry, no, there he is right there. That was somebody else's mock I was looking at.
Yeah. I like Jonathan Allen or Lattimore, maybe even Hooker at safety. For y'all right there instead of McCaffrey. I think McCaffrey is going to end up, not that he's not talented enough to be somewhere in that top 15. I think he would better fit down with somebody like Packers or Colts.
Yeah.
Somebody,
Denver.
Denver would probably be a little decent little fit. Somewhere down, I think it would be better for him.
All right. Jonathan Allen with the Bengals. That seems like a Bengals pick. They like to draft Alabama players from what I've seen over the years. Marvin Lewis gets another defensive player. Boy, Marvin Lewis. At some point, we're going to find out what he has on that team. At some point. Because, man, it's like he should have been fired 5-6 years ago. He's still calling the shot.
Was it 12 years he's been there?
He's been there a long time, fam.
Yeah, that's great.
A long time. Cam Robinson, that's a good pickup for the Buffalo Bills. To solidify the offensive line, protect Tyrod. It's a solid pick. Saints, they need to go defense the first four rounds of the draft. Because it's not like they can't score. They can't stop no damn body.
They need to go defense the whole draft.
You know what? He'll be back there playing with that wild animal Kenny Vaccaro. The walking penalty. But I tell you, I like Malik Hooker for the the Browns at 12. I tell you, the shock is 13, the Cardinals. Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I know you need a replacement for Carson,
Yeah, you
but
do.
13.
I mean, again, these quarterbacks is shooting up these draft boards that doing nothing but showing up in some shorts and talking good in these interviews.
That's it. All they doing is having good interviews. I heard Mahomes on the Herd today with Colin, and I'm listening to him, and everybody's like he's a good kid. He sounds like a good kid, but 13 in the draft.
He sounds rehearsed to me.
Yeah, most of them do. Most of them do.
He sounds rehearsed to me. But
Okay. Now this Mike Williams pick, that's kind of interesting to me. Didn't they just sign 2 free agent wide receivers?
Yeah.
And then they already had Jordan Matthews.
Yeah, him going to the Eagles, I don't really understand that. Now that I'm looking at him, could he be target for the Bills at somewhere around 10?
Which one, Williams?
Mike Williams to give.
Yeah, they need it. Because you see, I've been reading that they dragging their feet in regards to Sammy Watkins' option. Can you blame them?
I mean, a lot of injuries so far in his career. So I'm just thinking, man, you put a Mike Williams on one and Mike Williams and pair him with a Sammy Watkins.
I would go that way if that was me.
And you got Shady.
Right.
Boy,
he's been active on the Instagram lately. That's a funny dude there. Funny. But now I like 15. I like Reuben Foster for the Colts. I like that. They need a defensive attitude. They need that.
Linemen too. What are offensive linemen?
Yeah. And speaking of the Colts, have you been hearing that this whole story about Luck in his shoulder and how he got hurt a while back and he's been playing?
Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, it's he got hurt. They thought he could rehab it. He rehabbed it, came back last year, and he aggravated his injury. So he decided just to go ahead and have the surgery now because it was probably going to be something that lingered if he didn't. So another surgery, another quarterback with a surgery because Cam got a shoulder too, right?
Yeah.
These cats having these surgeries late, what I consider late, but they claim they're going to be ready by camp. We'll see.
Now I want to say Luck had his.
Yeah, his early.
January.
Yeah, okay. He should be.
So at least he had his early. Yeah, I don't know who this dude is for the Ravens, but he plays defense, and they like to get after the rusher. after the passer. So, good show.
McKinley from UCLA. I think I want to say I remember him vaguely, maybe in a bowl game.
Okay. Well, they need that because what's his name? Suggs ain't gonna play forever.
Yeah, it seemed like I thought he would have already retired.
He trying to come back one more time. He don't want to go out like that.
That's why he tore ruptured his Achilles, didn't he?
Yeah, I believe he ruptured his Achilles. Oh, it was his knee or something because he did the Achilles last year.
Okay.
It was some other type of injury. Well, anyway, people, we went through 16 picks in this mock draft, and we'll do the next 16 next week. I'm pretty sure between now and then we'll have all type of speculation, lies, and bullshit to discuss because it's that time of year. So we will discuss all those rumors.
Get David Gettleman on that phone, man. Be like, look, man, we get the
people. I'm not playing with y'all. I will not be doing this show if we give up our future to this cat because I don't want to hit the end of it.
Let me get them picks, son. Let me get them picks.
I'm calling in a sick day the first Tuesday in May right now. If we give up all our picks next Thursday, I'm calling in a sick day.
Can't wait.
Anyway, good people, we are about to log off. We have done our show for the week. The Jazz are about to come on to play the Clippers. It's playoffs, people. Playoff basketball, so you got a late-ass game on almost every night of the week.
40 games.
I might see the first half of this one. That's about it. Might see the first half.
Yeah, I didn't see the second half of the first game, so I'm gonna try to stay up. We're gonna see.
I can't blame them because it's 7:30 out there, so we just hating out here on the East. But hey, what can you do? Anywho, what you got for last call, big dog? You got anything?
No, nothing. Nothing wild that I can actually think of for that's happened over the last couple of days.
No, nothing.
I know it's probably something we missing. Well, now we talked about Melo. Shit, he can be open middle and last call. It's gonna be the last. It should be the last call for him if this shit about him getting a stripper pregnant is true.
Man, just get a condom, B. You know, listen to Uncle Al and Uncle Rique. Get some condoms. You got too much money to be giving it away. Get some condoms. You don't mess up your family for that.
La, man.
Yeah, the green pants. Let us not forget. The green pants from New Edition movie. All right, logging off. This is your boy, All Hate, one half of AA Sports. Established in 1993, shooting that raw, straight sports, no chaser, telling the truth. Al?
You know how it is. You know, y'all know where to catch us. Catch us on social media platforms. Check out the IG page at AA Sportscast. Check us out on the same handle at Twitter, on Twitter rather, at AA Sportscast. Hit myself up at Diego Barish and hit my boy up at Rike6000. We're down to take questions. I know we keep promising guests. We're going to get guests soon. It's just a matter of shooting out a couple of emails saying, hey, are you available to do the show at this day, at this time? But, you know, shit happens. We'll get it done eventually.
We're getting there. We're giving y'all good content. That's all that matters.
Yeah, so y'all enjoy the playoffs. Until next time, we'll be back. We'll let y'all know whether it's going to be Thursday or Tuesday. Oh, no, we got playoffs rolling around now. We might have some good content in the next couple.
We might get it Thursday, and depending on how I play, I'm playing like right now, put y'all on Tuesday.
There we go. All right, so that's what's up, people. We'll holler at y'all next week again, man. Appreciate y'all checking us out. Go to the YouTube page, watch, like, and subscribe to that channel. Make sure you share it with your friends at the barbershop, at PTA meetings, and at church in the pulpit. I don't care. We just want y'all to follow and get good content and check us out. So there we go. That's it. Till next week. Again, AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. We out. Peace.
Peace.